What's up, everybody? Steven Z Killer here. Today, I'm bringing you a brand new reaction. I hope you guys enjoy. But before we get into that, 77% of you guys are not subscribed. If you're not subscribed, means two reasons. One, you're new. Two, you're returning. If you're either one of those, hopefully today you change that and subscribe today and join this community. Now, without any delay, let's get into this video. Link down below for the original video, guys. Go check out the original video and enjoy the original video by subscribing and liking the original one no matter what. Show your support to Film Theory. Now, this caught my eye because this is based off of a little web series that dropped many years ago and grew to being very popular, and even I did reactions to the original videos of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. So I'm wondering why they're bringing back Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And also, I'm just interested in seeing this. So let's get right into this game, this Film Theory. Oh my god. This brings it back. No joke, guys. If you go back to my original reactions, it's been such a long time since I may consider rewatching these at some point and uploading these as re-reactions, like maybe sometime in October for a Halloween theme.
Internet, welcome to Film Theory, the show that's been ruining puppets for you since 2016. Theorists,
yeah,
it is back. The OG of internet horror, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, has returned. Now, if you're not familiar with the series, I can't really blame you.
I did not know. Okay, I may watch whatever this is. They'll probably show it off, but it's been 6 years since the last time they've dropped anything. Holy shit, I did not know about this at all.
It's been a long time since we've gotten any sort of update. 3 years, in fact. To catch you up, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, or DHMIS, is a YouTube series created by Becky Sloan and Joseph Pelling, where puppets learn important life lessons about creativity,
mine is being creative,
love, and nutrition.
Greedy, to eat all that, you'll end up with your gums all grey.
But something's wrong.
Well spotted there, Duck. Something is very clearly wrong. At a glance, the show feels like your typical Sesame Street-inspired children's program about learning.
But it always ends dark and
creepy. Such a good imitation of a kid's show that YouTube marked one of my DHMIS theories as made for kids and tried to shove the thing onto the kids app. At which point I was forced to write an explanation to the machine gods that sometimes the visuals of something don't match the actual content. You see, by the end of it,
oh my god, that's funny.
Off the rails, and lessons about love suddenly turn into cult recruitment tools. Nutrition facts wind up with characters eating each other. The whole thing is a disturbing
oh my god, I forgot about that.
Kids programming. Luckily, my thoughtfully worded letter to YouTube got them to see reason. The flag was removed, and a generation of toddlers was spared from witnessing this. Kids app, sure. In 2016, after 6
Never put glitter on your heart, people. It's not safe for the heart.
episodes, the creators literally pulled the plug on the series, but by then it had already cemented its place as an internet classic. Things were quiet until 2018 when DHMIS uploaded a trailer for a TV show based on the series. Finally, we were gonna get to see more of this twisted world, and then nothing. For you.
Wait, I didn't even know about that. What the fuck? Comment down below. Let me know more information about that fuck shit.
Years, nothing. At least until now. On June 19th, DHMIS uploaded their first new video in 3 years.
Wait a second, June 19th? That's literally been... I remember that being the date they've always advertised. So they actually fucking upload something on June 19th. What the fuck?
A new trailer titled Fly, confirming that the show would finally see the light of day in September. But you know what? I don't want to wait that long. I want to get started now. We know from past theories that there's a lot—
Okay, if there's an actual fucking show, you guys know I'm going to have to react to that in the future. So, depending on things, it may be reactions for YouTube. If not, check out my OnlyFans, because I do upload videos that are harder to upload on YouTube and more riskier on YouTube over there on my OnlyFans, because I do anime reactions and a bunch of other things. So go show me support. Also, actually, bigger thing to support right now is my sister right now. I have a link that I will be pinning in the comment section. If you guys can help out my sister, she really does need help. I'm going to be helping her out myself when I get my next paycheck. But please, if you guys can help my sister out, that I'd truly appreciate that even more than anything, please. Help my sister out. Link in the description or link in the pinned comment. Please check it out.
Lot more to DHMIS than meets the eye, with each episode being a commentary on everything from children's programming to international politics. And I expect nothing less for the full-length TV series. So despite the teaser clocking in at just 50 seconds, we've analyzed it frame by frame, and I think it's clear what we're in for. A scathing critique on the state of world politics. I expect this new season of DHMIS is going to ultimately boil down to one key message. There is a core problem that everyone's ignoring, despite it being right in front of our eyes. And by ignoring it, the world is literally headed towards disaster. We are caught in a cycle of mistakes, and TV, the media at large, is not helping the problem. Yep, got all that from 50 seconds, so come on, friends, there is so much learning to do. As a reminder,
you're diving into 50 seconds of content for a full fucking what? Hold up. For a full 15 fucking minute video. Goddamn.
Theories, though, we know that they're not just characters in a kid's program. Red Guy is the creator of the series. He was a normal guy with an office job who dreamed of creating his own kid show.
I see a silly face, walking along and smiling at me.
The whole thing is a bust until Yellow Guy's dad, Roy, comes in to financially back the show, which seems like it should be a good thing until he starts filling it with more and more ads. Was there an ad there? There was an ad there, wasn't there? Art imitating life. Oh, it just gets more and more meta. Anyway,
no ad for me, buddy.
Concluded that DHMIS was
although
a
I do have
commentary
YouTube
on
Prime.
how the need to earn money corrupts
or premium.
creativity and how corporate interest tends to distort the education in children's programming. Eventually, the Red Guy has his mind blown when he discovers that he can make the show himself, releasing it on the internet for much cheaper while still maintaining his artistic integrity. Red Guy pulls the plug on the TV show when he sees the harmful effect it's having on children, as symbolized by Yellow Guy. Red Guy reboots it on a shoestring budget, but with the freedom for his pure creative voice to be heard. Also, there's Duck. Never really had a good explanation for him, but yeah, he's an actor on the program too. And that's largely where we left off. Like I mentioned earlier, there was
honestly, out of the three, he didn't have really much. It was only just the red dude and the kid. Mostly. The duck was just there to be another victim.
A trailer named Wakey Wakey released back in 2018, but that's since been removed by the creators, instead replaced by this new trailer, Fly. So what horrific life lessons are in
I didn't
store
even
for
know
us
about
in the new
Wakey
series?
Wakey.
Let's check it out. We open on some sort of structure in ruin, rocked by either an explosion or a natural disaster. It seems to be a house based on what we see scattered around the structure. A children's tricycle, mattress, bathtub, what looks to be pipes and heaters, television, all items that you'd typically see in a house. The moment the TV enters the frame, we actually start to hear the buzzing of flies. Given that Fly is also the name of the video, something tells me that that detail is going to be important. Several shots of our main characters flash by in the static on the TV, including Duck with a newspaper, Red Guy on the phone, Yellow Guy playing a banjo. We then fully enter the reality of the show with our three main characters sitting around their kitchen table exactly like they did in the original series. A fly buzzes around the refrigerator, approaches the table, and lands on Yellow Guy's eye before Duck squashes it, saying,
Pesky bee.
We then zoom back out of the destroyed house with a "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" title card.
You know,
and a
that's
release
another thing,
window.
actually. He says pesky be all, like, he did that quite a few times in a few episodes. I remember Duck saying pesky be a lot.
Of September.
I may, okay, if there's a show coming back in September, let me know down below. I may do a whole sit-down reaction segment of literally rewatching all the episodes in one sit-down, one reaction, since it's been like 6 years since I've seen them. Let me know, would you guys like to see that?
2022. Okay, so that initially doesn't seem to be a whole lot to work with, but when you break the trailer down while also looking into the past of the series and its creators, there's actually a ton here. First of all, it's clear that the new show is going to continue its critiques on television and advertising. The framing device of zooming through a ruined house before focusing on a TV at the center of it all is not particularly subtle, but I actually think the release date is our strongest evidence to this point. Dates are very important in DHMIS. As we pointed out in past theories, June 19th, that date on the back wall of every episode of the show. On that day in 1955, stock markets across the world soared so high that they broke practically every record. It was also around this time that the UK television market opened for private companies to make their own TV channels. Channels that are focused solely on profit. And for a series focused on how advertising corrupts media made for kids, yeah, that is going to be a pivotal moment. The first of these for-profit channels was ITV, founded on September 22nd, 1955. And wouldn't you know it, it, but this new season of DHMIS is premiering in, wait for it, September 22. For a series that's so concerned about dates, it's not likely that that's a coincidence. It's also no mistake that the calendar in the show is once again stuck on June 19th, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Next, let's talk about the fly. Clearly, the symbolism of flies is important here. Fly's the title of the video. We hear buzzing flies the moment the television enters the frame. It lands on Yellow Guy's eye. It gets squished. It is the main thing from the trailer. Flies are also the only aspect of the teaser that exist in both the ruined building and in the world of the show in the television. So the issue or issues that the flies represent exist both in the real world and are infecting the programming itself. But what does it mean? Well, flies usually indicate a problem. They're usually depicted alongside things that are dead or rotten. Rotting fruit, dead bodies, that kind of thing. So DHMIS's commentary here might be indicating that modern TV, for profit with advertisement, is either a dying medium or is rotten in some way. We children of the internet have known that for a while now, and even the original 6 episodes of DHMIS seemed to know that back in 2016, so I feel like that's probably not what they're going for here. Instead, it feels like something is rotten here. Rotting your brain, rotting society, unclear, but let's keep looking for clues. I bet we'll figure out something. Red Guy is actually featured the least in the trailer, appearing only in the cartoon world's establishing shot, a glitchy shot where he's holding a phone, and a brief reaction shot to the fly buzzing around the fridge. Admittedly, this is only really conjecture, but we can potentially make some assumptions based on Red Guy's previous role in the series as the lead creative of the in-universe show. If we still think of him as the representative of creators like Sloan and Pelling, we see that he's the first to notice the fly buzzing around the fridge. He is the first to notice the problem. When he tries to communicate his ideas or raise concerns, like say over a phone, the signal gets distorted, just like it does on the TV. Again, just conjecture here, but we may be able to identify him here as the creative voice that gets squashed or distorted when he tries to bring up issues through his art. After Red Guy notices the fly, it lands on Yellow Guy's eye. Now, throughout DHMIS, Yellow Guy has always represented the youth, younger people in the process of learning about the world.
Also kind of
Those
the punching
younger people
bag,
are
too.
also always being told that they're wrong by the media.
I might paint a picture of a clown.
Whoa there, friend, you might need to slow down. Arrange them into your favorite color.
Green.
Green is not a creative color.
Or taken advantage of. Here, the fly lands directly on Yellow Guy's eye, and he reacts. Clearly, Yellow Guy sees the problem. He can't not see it. It is literally on his eyeball. It is symbolic of young people seeing that there's clearly a problem in society. The question is, what is he gonna do about it? For now, all we get is a which is consistent with Yellow Guy's reactions in previous episodes. He's naive, uncertain, absorbing ideas along the way. I suspect it has to do with the brief shot of Yellow Guy with the banjo. It's important to note that up to this point, Yellow Guy has never been the one singing the actual songs in the show. He's always getting bombarded with everyone else's lessons, but in this case, he's the one holding
You know, I never noticed that, actually.
Maybe we're at a point where we get to hear what Yellow Guy finally has to say. He's stepping up and taking action. Maybe this new series is the story of him standing up and doing something for a change. He sees the fly, and he has something to say about it. And then there's Duck. Like I mentioned before, Duck's role in the series has always been a bit unclear, but it seems like the creators recently have been interested in exploring the character more, considering that in both the deleted Wakey Wakey trailer as well as in Fly, Duck is the one taking center stage. Though the episode Wakey Wakey never aired, summaries of it appeared online after it premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. In it, Duck takes advantage of his history as a well-known television personality to step up and fill the power vacuum left by the mayor's disappearance. He's manipulated by a singing key into locking down the city, installing duck-billed cameras everywhere to create a secure surveillance state, and he ultimately blames everything bad that happens on mysterious strangers who are coming to get us. He creates chaos by causing people to becoming a dictator. And when anyone dissents, Duck drills into the heads of the locals in order to brainwash them into repeating everything he says. At the time, Wakey Wakey seemed to be the creators Becky Sloan and Joseph Pelling drawing parallels to the politics of the United States. Duck, as a former TV star in political power, sharing many similarities with then-President Donald Trump, who was infamous for othering.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to say Trump, but that's why I went dictatorship. But I was thinking the same fucking thing.
Over various ethnic groups. But looking at Duck's role now, he seems to represent something much broader. One thing that's always slipped my notice is that Duck's always reading a right-wing newspaper. And that's not me making judgment calls here either. That is literally the name of the newspaper that we see in episode 1. Duck has it again in the computer episode and again here in Fly. So Duck seems to be a right-leaning figure, a conservative. But the creators have added more commentary than just that. Notice that the headline is Power Surge Leads to Blackout. At first, I thought that this was just a funny tiny little detail.
Okay.
It's been well documented that during the commercial breaks of soap operas or other popular programs, power grids in the United Kingdom experience a surge of demand as thousands of people simultaneously put kettles on the stove to make their tea. Maybe this shot of duck was just a small nod to that phenomenon, another way that TV is controlling people's lives and shaping the world. But then I noticed which section of the paper this was in. It's under the opinion section. That sort of news is not the sort of story that should be filed as an opinion. That is a legitimate news story. And so it appears to me that this is yet another critique from Sloan and Pelling about the news media, misreporting objective fact as opinion in an attempt to create a false balance between the sides of an issue. It's also a commentary on the person reading the paper, considering opinion is misspelled opinion. In short, the creators don't seem to think Duck or people like him are very smart, which leads to Fly, where Duck sees the fly, swats it down, and calls it by the wrong name, Pesky Bee. This directly calls us back to DHMIS episode 3, which was about love when a butterfly gets swatted.
Pesky bee?
Let's look at both
Yeah,
of them and see
I
how they
remember
compare,
that.
since these moments are clearly meant to be parallel. In the first case, Yellow Guy sees the butterfly, gets excited by this beautiful, harmless creature in the outdoors, and Duck kills it without thinking. This drives Yellow Guy away for the rest of the episode to learn about love. In Fly, again, Yellow Guy sees something first, in this case it's the fly, an indicator of the problems in the broader world before Duck swats it down. In both cases, Duck sees something, he fails to recognize it for what it is, and then he kills it without asking questions. In the first, Duck kills something that's a beautiful part of nature. In the second, a fly should be telling Duck that there's a deeper problem here. Something is rotting nearby. But Duck calls him a bee. He's failing to recognize that anything is truly wrong. It's symbolic of
Also
leaders
misleading.
failing to recognize the bigger problems that we're facing. Instead, just swatting down the symptoms and pretending that that's enough. It's a pesky bee, not the rotting corpse that's hidden inside the refrigerator or whatever. It's not clear whether Duck is a specific right-wing figure here. The creators of the show are British, which would point to the right-wing, soon-to-be former British PM Boris Johnson. Regardless of who it is, it seems like the theme is consistent. Duck, and those like him, are ignoring the rot around them, pretending everything is fine, or just tackling symptoms without getting to the root cause of the problem. The implication here is that ultimately something in DHMIS and the broader world is systematically wrong, and our leadership is collectively ignoring it. I think the takeaway from the trailer, other than I'm just excited to see more, is that DHMIS is going to be picking up right where it left off when it comes to thinly veiled political commentary and extremely sharp social observation. In fact, I think they're going to go one step further and not just pick up where they left off, but pick up before they left off. The original 6-episode run of DHMIS ended with the calendar in the background changing days from June 19th to June 20th. We've moved forward in time. We've progressed. Red Guy pulled the plug on his ad-heavy children's show and decided to independently produce it on YouTube. There was hope. There was new opportunity. But now we've regressed. The calendar in Fly has reset to June 19th. Resetting the date seems to be meant to tell us that history is repeating. We're making the same mistakes. We are stuck in a negative cycle, like Duck ignoring the problems, or Yellow Guy who doesn't know enough to recognize history when he sees it. We're going to be reliving the same issues over
That's
and
honestly
over
way
again.
deeper than I was expecting it to be. God damn!
Calling it a bee. We keep treating the symptoms, but not addressing the root problem. Maybe we as viewers didn't do a good enough job of recognizing the problems around us. And so DHMIS's new season will be us reliving them again until we can get it right. Looks like the show is trying to teach us something after all, and not just about nutrition.
But the bad, not healthy foods are very rude and must leave through the cat flap.
That doesn't make sense.
Also, guess we're gonna have to wait until September to find out more. Suppose it gives me time to figure out how to watch shows that are currently airing on the BBC. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. And cut.
That was honestly awesome. I don't think there's anything else at the end. Not just like ads and stuff like that. Anyways, that was awesome. I'm interested. I didn't know any about this shit coming back. I thought Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was done and over with 6 fucking years ago. So it's cool that some stuff is becoming to come back in some way. And honestly, with the whole series coming back even stronger, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm going to be probably checking out all the old episodes, rewatching them for one reaction. So stay tuned for that. You guys let me know how excited you guys for the series to come back. And if I'm able to upload my reactions to the series when it comes back, I will try to do YouTube first. But if it fails, then you guys know I'll be posting it on my OnlyFans page. So I appreciate all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction. Until then, later!
This is the Prince of the motherfucking Saiyans, and I am ordering you to subscribe to Steven Z. Killer!